Hi, you're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Keep listening to our weekly episodes to find out more.
Are you ready?
Here's your host.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Book Chat. I'm your host, author Vivian E. Moore. I hope that you have had a blessed week, and I hope that you're having an equally blessed weekend. And today I just want to just do it from my hip today, without a script, and just give thanks, because that's what the topic is. That's what the title of today's show is give thanks. And the topic is the things that I'm thankful for. And I had choir rehearsal today, and so I just went around the choir stand asking, my brothers and sisters in Christ, just some of the things that they were thankful for, because it's Thanksgiving is coming up Thursday, and not that should be the only time that we think about what we're thankful for, but it is that time of year that always makes you aware of all the things that we take for granted that we're thankful for. So I want to take this opportunity, this time today, and just name some of the things that I'm thankful for, and also some of the things that my choir members are thankful for, and and just give thanks and blessings to the good Lord up above, because it's because of Him that that I'm able to do what I do on a weekly basis, that I'm able to do this show, that I'm able to write, have that creative mind to do the things that I love, to have my family, to see another day, just all the things that we take for granted in life, because, we think just because we wake up the next morning, after we've been asleep all night, that's a given, and it's not. It's a blessing to wake up and see another day. So those are some of the things that I just want to touch on today. But I also want to share with you some of the things that they told me that they were thankful for. And we had some kids there today too, at the choir rehearsal. So, and I also asked them, and of course they give the the generic reply. I'm thankful for my mother, for my grandmother, for God. And not that God is generic ever, but just the things that you think they would say, and it's pretty much what they said. But some of the things that a few of my choir members shared with me. One of my brothers in Christ in particular, I asked him what was he thankful for, and he said that he was thankful for the people around him that helped him to smile again, to laugh again, basically to regain his joy, because he had lost that. He's been through a lot of things these past years, and a lesser man would have given up. They wouldn't have had the strength, but he knows where his strength comes from, and it comes straight from God. So, and he gives thanks for that, for having God in his life. And of course, his wife said that she was just thankful to see another day, and I have to agree with her, because like I said, only 24 hours is allotted to us. And sometimes a lot of people don't even get 24 hours. So if you get the full 24, you're doing great. And if you get more than that, you're doing even better. And, another one of my sisters in Christ, she said that she was thankful for her son, that he was in, his head was in a good space. He's away from home right now, but still, she's thankful for him, thankful that, that things are as good as they are. They could be worse. Another one of my brothers in Christ, he was just thankful, just to be alive. And that's saying a lot. And so, this is just a wonderful occasion um, to just list off a few of the things that that we take for granted. And as I was saying before, I'm so thankful because I'm always working on projects. I'm always writing, and right now I have about 4 or 5 pokers in the fire right now. And for all of you young folks that don't know what that is, that's what you use to stoke a fire with. It's called a poker. But right now I have quite a few of them in the fire, and I thrive off of this. It feeds my creativity when I can do more than one thing at one time, when I can work on more than one project at one time. And I know for some people that may sound insane, but for me it's not. That's normal for me because that's just how my mind works. I focus. I'm focused, always focused, but but working on these individual projects because I'm always so excited to be writing, and that is another thing that I don't take for granted. Because just like God gave it, He can take it away, and so I'm thankful for it. That He gave me the creativity gene to be able to compose these stories, and and not only to write them but to also share them with everyone who wants to read them. So I'm thankful for all of the books that I have published over the years, and these books are still prevalent. People are still reading them, and some people are reading them more than once. And and I'm extremely thankful for that the books, the stories, left lasting impressions on them, enough so to where they want to go back and read the story again because they didn't get enough the first few times that they read it. So I'm just so overwhelmed, and it's why I just wanted to step back from the norm of how I usually do the show, and just like I said, because it is Thanksgiving, to just give thanks to God first and foremost, because without Him none of these things could be possible. And I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my children and my grandchildren, and things that I never thought that that would be a part of my life. And because I couldn't see that far into the future, but God knows everything, and He sees everything, and He knows it before it even happens. So I'm thankful to God because He knew that this would be my path, and He knew my life even before I had a chance to live it. And so I'm just thankful, so thankful for that, for the things, for the joys, the people that I have around me on a daily basis. I love that. Family time, family is just one of the most important things to me. And on Sundays and holidays, we get together, and I always say Sunday is like a family reunion at my house because there's always someone here. My nieces and nephews, my children, of course, and my grandchildren. I don't see them on a daily basis. I don't even see them every weekend, but the weekends that I do see them, I treasure those moments because they grow up so fast. And before I know it, they will have children of their own. So, it's just times like these, Thanksgiving, that, a lot of people think that this holiday is about, the food. And I mean, that's a big part of it because it brings families together, it brings friends together, to sit around the table or cook the meal and then sit around the table and eat and, and just communicate. As human beings, because you see so much despair in the world. You watch the news on television and you see what's taking place all over the country, all over the world, and it can't help but touch you. You have to have some empathy for all of the situations that are happening. I look at the wildfires out there in California. It seems like when you see the images on the news and you see them on social media, and it just looks as though the whole world is just burning down. But I know better than that. But still, it's a lot when you look at it. When you look how big California is, and you look at all of these wildfires and the people who are losing their homes and the people who are losing their lives. I mean, you can replace material things, but you can't replace a life. And I think that is what affects me most of all. Is when I look at situations like that, and it gives you something else to be thankful for. My heart goes out to those individuals that are suffering right now, that are losing everything they have, as well as their loved ones, and my heart goes out to them. But I just hope that they can find within themselves something to be thankful for. And I know it's hard. When you're not the person that's going through, it's always easy for you to see the good in everything. But when you're in the midst of tribulation, it's hard to see past that. But my prayers are for those individuals right now who are suffering in California and just other places all over the world. This Thanksgiving, I just want to thank God, because they are fortunate, the ones that are still here and able to to still be with their families. That's a blessing. No matter if you lost property or whatever in the fire, you still have your life. So it's something to be thankful for. And it may be a while before they actually see this, but and which would be normal for anyone. You can't hardly see the good in anything when you're going through the worst part of it. But I just pray that they will one day see the good in what's happening right now. But I didn't get the opportunity to ask my family, because I had to make a dash in here to get on to go live to this show today, to ask them what they were thankful for. But we were discussing the menu for Thanksgiving, so I'm looking forward to that. I always cook the meals. I always cook all the holiday meals, and so that is one of the best parts of Thanksgiving for me, is being able to cook the meal. And sometimes my sister will come over, and she's my audience because she doesn't help do anything, but it's okay. That's just something that she's always done. She's all about, I need a cup of tea and something sweet to eat, and I'm good. And so she'll sit at the table and watch me while I do all the work, but it's okay. This is the routine that we have, and we've had it, this way for years. So I don't expect her to, to jump in and help, but we do plan the meal together, everything that we're going to have that day. But the best part of that day is when we actually stand around before we eat and we say grace, we bless the food. And, to me, that is just one of the best parts of Thanksgiving, is when every member of the family joins hands and we give thanks to God for the meal, the bounty that He has blessed us with, to be able to partake of this meal, for everyone to still be healthy, to have the full activity of their limbs, to be able to join hands and to be able to sit down and eat a meal. I mean, it's loaded with carbs and fat and all of that stuff, but we don't care. It's Thanksgiving, so, we're going to bless the food, and then we're just going to dig right in and we're going to eat it up. But these are just some of the things that I'm thankful for, and I'm sure that you have quite a few things in your life that you're thankful for as well. And, just take a moment during this week that's coming up, and and just make a mental list of some of the things that you're thankful for. And I hope that this little message today has helped you in some way, or stimulated your mind enough to where you can think of some things that you're thankful for as well. This is the first time that I've ever done an episode like this, but I just wanted to dedicate it to Thanksgiving, and also want to dedicate it to all of the military that are away from home this year, that are, no matter where you are, for those who can't be home with their families during the holiday season. My heart goes out to you. My prayers go out to you, and I thank you so very much for your service, because you're sacrificing something so we can have a better life, a better well life, and I thank you for that. And last Sunday, of course, was Veterans Day, and we at my church we recognize the veterans because we have quite a few at our church, and they were recognized. And I just think that that's great that they went off to war. Some were actually in Vietnam, but they're still here, and were able to be recognized and honored for the service that they gave, so long ago. So I just want to wish each and every person a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. I hope that you would take this time and use it as a time of reflection, to tell somebody that you love them, because tomorrow isn't promised. But before I let you go, of course, I want to give you some URLs so you can keep in contact with me and what I'm doing with the show. And of course, the first one is Spreaker, and it is https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian E. Moore. You can also follow me on Facebook, and that is https://www.facebook.com/Vivian Moore Author. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is GuysProperty46, and you can follow me on Instagram, and it's by invitation if you want me to follow you. It is https://Instagram.com/GuysProperty51. You can also check out my website. It is at https://VivianMoore.wixsite.com/Vivian Moore Author. And you can go to my blog site. There would not be a blog uploaded today because I didn't write a script for today's show. But you can go out there, and look at all the previous ones that I have uploaded. But anyway, that site is https://VivianEmore.blogspot.com. And if you missed the live show today, you can also pick it up on iTunes and also iHeartRadio podcast. And if you go to my Instagram page, or if you go to my Facebook page, all the information, all the links to all of these addresses, these URLs that I've given you are out there. All you have to do is click on them. It'll take you straight away to each one of those sites. So I hope you're planning on going to church tomorrow, taking a loved one with you, taking some family members, some friends, some neighbors, and by all means, tell somebody that you love them, because tomorrow isn't promised. Today may be the only chance you get to say that. I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you, and goodbye, and happy Thanksgiving.
If you enjoyed today's show, please head over to iTunes, give us a rating, and leave a review.
Thank you for listening.